the Elite Classic Qualifier. Who will get to that big stage? We'll see GiveUA playing as the English on the south side, Lou playing as the Rus. Let's get into it.
Here we go, LoueMT with the Rus in red against GiveUA with his favorite color, blue, playing as the English. Interesting enough here, this time we don't see the strategy from LoueMT where he hides his hunting cabin inside the wood line. So looks like instead he's going to go for the 3 scout kind of build that we usually see.
Let's watch these deer very closely. That last game was a doozy, so let's see how much bounty he's able to gather. Looks like GiveUA's got that southern one under control. Doesn't look like he ran across mid, so I think Lou's got the one in front of his base.
Too aggressively compared to how Numadam played it last game with his scouts. And now we see Louis, just as these deer get killed by GiveUAnxiety, Louis' scout arrives there at the bottom. Looking at the sheep count, though, right now, I'm looking at these scouts from Louis, and there's a ton of sheep next to them. I'm not sure how many sheep GiveUA has, but it's probably less than what Louis has found so far.
Yep, and it's like they're chasing each other. They can see each other, right? Is he just following his scout?
I think it's just in case that he finds deer there or any wolves he wants to compete with that. But yeah, looking at the sheep right now, we just had our observer pointing it out. So GiveUAnxiety right now sitting on like 4 sheep total that he's found against Louis, who's found like 14.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with English, it's not the worst. You can make farms. Yeah, he doesn't need it. Okay, GiveUA actually finds a 3rd deer spot before Louis does.
What's that put our bounty at?
Okay, he gets that one. I think Louis probably still has a good enough bounty just because he went for 3 scouts. He's probably going to get a lot of the wolves.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing overall that Louis is going to be sitting on roughly 200 bounty. Maybe actually less. I think at the end he's going to be at 200 bounty. 200-ish bounty and just shy of 250. That's how it should be. When you lose like 3 deer packs, it should be roughly less than 250.
Here we have it. 130 bounty.
Ooh, that's ugly. I mean, there's still a couple of wolves for him to kill. But yeah, it's not gonna be that tier 2 that we really want with Russo. Similar position here for LoueMT that we had with Matisse in the last game. I mean, there's still a couple of wolves. Actually, with more wolves over there, maybe he gets to 250 just by wolves alone.
Looking at the boar placement, it looks like there's a boar on the far northwest corner. Where's the second boar at? I'm looking on the mini-map.
They're both in the corners, in the opposing corners. They're both in the opposing corners there, so... I mean, these boars are really good here for the Rus, I feel like. Like, these boars, they're not like in a really easily contested area, especially in the right corner.
Could even wall.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good food spot there for Louis. Right next to Sacred Site as well.
So, GiveUA, it'll be interesting to see if he plays super aggressively here or if he just kind of works his way towards the castle age. Lou, I'm looking at that like middle deer patch and thinking like, we could put a town center there potentially. But there's no gold near it. I don't know.
Yeah, looking at it right now, GiveUA is definitely not planning for a second TC. He is definitely not macroing towards that. He doesn't have any additional villagers on wood. He doesn't have additional villagers on stone right now. Maybe it's going to be like a fast castle kind of approach from GiveUA. I'm a little bit confused as to what exactly he's planning here. He's also got his council hall forward, which makes me think that he's going to use it to put on aggression. And there we go. Longbows are already being made. Barracks as well. So this is going to be an aggressive play here from GiveUA.
I would expect nothing less. He loves to play this way.
This would make sense just because of how the deer are positioned. They're both relatively forward, relatively exposed, especially with how the Kremlin has been placed here. The Kremlin doesn't protect
that's interesting.
stone. It doesn't protect gold. It only protects wood and food and like one berry bush. But other than that, it doesn't protect anything. And with that, GiveUA is going to be free to take map control when it comes to like the deer from Louis. And he's getting eco upgrades right now. I feel like Louis needs to invest heavily into military if he wants to get access to his resources. He's making a stable, but GUA already has a barracks out, so he's just going to be making spears soon. TM. It's not got any Q yet.
Yep, GUA's getting his first few units. Got some longbows going, and it's going to be going for a little stroll here probably soon. Oh, we do see some stone. It's got a lot of villagers on stone.
Is the second TC. Yeah. Louis spots that though, and now I think Louis also went out to stone. So he's going to be on stone as well. And yeah, okay, I guess it's not going to be a ton of aggression here from GUA. It felt like he hinted towards it with his production buildings, with his production as well. But now he stops, and overall he's going to be getting his second TC a good bit faster than Louis is. But at the same time, Louis has wheelbarrow, Louis has double broadex, and double broadex at this stage in the game is really good, especially with roofs. You get a lot of wood.
Yep, and there we go. We see the horseman chasing down that scout, so that'll cut down a little bit of his intel, assuming he's able to pick that up. Although he's a spearman, so he's maybe going to save it. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, definitely needs to save that, especially in a map like Highview.
Yeah,
Vision is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the few maps like I will choose to train scouts over horsemen a lot of times.
Yeah, it's really, really handy getting just a couple of horsemen just to deny your opponent's vision. And now we see how that wheelbarrow and that double broadex actually come into play here. It means that Louis, at least when it comes to wood, is going to have the wood for his second TC already. Now he still doesn't have the stone yet, but he's going to get that in a little bit. But yeah, it looks like the TCs are going to be hitting at roughly a similar time, just slightly favored towards GUA. But at the same time, Louis, he's got the eco upgrades behind it. So overall, I'm favoring Louis here right now when it comes to the position in the game.
Yep, then we got that mid-map TC, rather aggressive. Towns are both players actually going for kind of forward-ish TC. That one could be in the deer.
This is good for English. If both players are forward, English is going to be preferred here
and look
with
at
the
Louis'
network.
Look at his town center. All of his deer are to the south side of the town center, where English could like poke in and take shots at them. Is what makes me nervous about that.
English is like the only Civ that can do that, just because they get +2 range on their archers. It's
I think it's in the stealth.
It can be really rough. Yeah, he can do it from the stealth forest as well. Like Louis is going to need a wooden fortress for vision.
So for whatever reason, town centers do not have line of sight into stealth forest. So yeah, so that's going to be quite interesting. So he gets go up there with the scouts, see that, bring his longbows up, take some shots. But there we go. He's got some deer secured. Going to be dropping down a farm as well in the middle of those back ones. Or rather,
I like
a mill.
about getting some of the eco upgrades right now. He should also be getting the survival techniques as soon as his farm completes. He's getting double broadex right now and just needs to make sure to macro correctly here in this situation. Oh, I think there are some units towards the gold mine though.
Yeah, not everyone get that one. He's got two gold veins very close to each other there.
Yeah, these are going to be really, really important. There's no gold really that's close other than those two. There's one in the far back. But that's going to be a lot of walking towards that. And now GUA also getting wheelbarrow. Now Louis has had wheelbarrow for quite a while. And I feel like Louis right now, he's just going to be macroing up to Castle Age. And he's doing so a good bit better than GUA right now, just because of his gather speed from the hunter pulls, but also just in general. I feel like GUA is trying to pack in a farm transition at the same time, which doesn't make a ton of sense considering he just got a TC down next deer.
Yeah.
He's got way too many villagers on wood right now. He's definitely going for farm yeah, there are the farms. So he's definitely trying to get a farm transition in at the same time. And this is going to be rough because Louis is going to reach Castle Age a good bit earlier than GUA is. Maybe GUA is going for aggression now as well in Feudal Age. He could definitely pressure that second TC. But he's going to have to do so soon because Louis only needs like 1 more minute and then he's going to be up to the next stage.
Yeah, I'm surprised the longbows didn't go out for any raids. He's pretty much just played defensively for the most part. Spearman finds the scout in the stealth forest. Kind of amazing.
Yeah, trying to find the needle in the haystack
Doesn't
there.
even have vision, yeah. It's kind of nuts. Still looking for him. Okay, so here we go. Spearman moving forward. Scout sees it, so he knows his army's coming. Pulls back.
Outpost providing a good bit of line of sight here for GUA. But yeah, there's no aggression coming out. And now Louis is gonna age up in the next 5 seconds.
Yep.
Wondering what he'll age up with. He can go for both landmarks here. I would personally prefer
Abbey of Trinity.
High Trade House, but he's going for the Abbey, yeah. Which still works well for him, just because, especially against English, when you get that Ruse buff, the Warrior Monk buff, and you buff it up with the Abbey of Trinity unique tags, it suddenly becomes very, very strong. It makes your unit so deadly, and you're going to be able to take way better trades, especially in early Castle Age. As soon as you get those Warrior Monks out against units like the Longbowmen, which have additional bonus value from their unique attack bonus damage.
See this farm set up. Horsemen running by might be able to get some hits on these villagers here on the south side. Perhaps, but he's going to keep running. There we go. Going to go for a raid there in that wood line. Not going to be able to escape down the south side because there's been a wall built. There we go. Going to take some hits at those villagers, but he's going to pull them back in time. Get a volley off.
Should be. There he goes. Now Castle Age is coming in. Now GUA isn't too far away from Castle Age.
He's moving his army towards that boar. I don't know. Does he have a tower next to that boar?
Probably not. But
top right. I'm not sure if he does.
I don't think he did, because it's just such a defensive position. I don't think he went for an outpost.
Oh, does he know he's
there? Yeah, there's no outpost. And GUA knows that the boar has been taken because he doesn't see it on the map anymore. Oh no, he's going for the gold instead. No, GUA, you can see the boar. Just go for the boar.
Turn around! And now I'm sure Lee would be like, wait, hold on a second. This could be a problem.
Oh.
A typically rather aggressive GUA. He has played pretty passive this game so far as his playstyle typically goes. Of course, it's always hard.
He's now going up with the King's Palace, but he only... Okay, now he's got 10 villagers on that. Took him a little bit to pull more villagers there. Come on, go to the boar. Go to the boar.
Hey, we've got villagers under fire here at the town center. Knights and horsemen. Yeah, it's like he's not paying attention to the boar. It's easy for us to see, but you know, he's maybe focused on trying to deny some gold here or something, or maybe he's looking for the monks or something like that.
This is dangerous. He called the boys. He called the militia, 10 militia, and these militia upgrade automatically as soon as you reach the next age.
Get out of there.
Oh, kills the scout.
Ooh. Okay, so those little run-ins by his farms are actually causing a little bit of damage there in idle time. And now we see Louis moving out.
There that he's doing. 2 villagers have gone down so far. Tons of idle time being caused.
Yeah.
And right now, GUA is probably asking himself, okay, what units do I make? And I'm not sure if he's found the answer for himself yet. I would personally suggest making crossbows and men-at-arms.
Oh my gosh.
Right now against what's on the field, but...
Villagers are just dying left and right, and if you look at the military count, Louis is so far ahead. He's just going to start raiding and raiding.
I mean, 10 of those are militia, so they don't really count. But the issue is just the idle time that's being caused here right now. And there's no production buildings. There's only these 2 production buildings here out right now from GUA.
Yep. So he's sitting on his 3 town centers, I guess, essentially here. What is he? He's fighting those knights with villagers.
He tried to
everywhere.
He didn't believe that Louis would have the balls in order to just stay under his TC. So he just was like, okay, I'll just go back a little bit and then I'll go back to my gold again. But Louis called the bluff, and yeah, that knight is gonna take a while to die.
Wow, that is some determination. But down goes the knight to the hands of those villagers.
Down goes another vill, and 13 villagers have died so far this game.
And look at the relic count as well. So.
2+2.
Louis set up this quite nicely. He's got his relics coming in. That's what, 4 relics. He was able to snipe 13 villagers. Now GUA does have essentially 3 town centers, so he can boom back, but it's going to take some time. And military count, 3 units for GUA versus the 24 right now of Louis.
Winnable.
Winnable.
But yeah, I mean, definitely what he needs right now, he can still come back here. What he needs is more production buildings. He needs men-at-arms. He does have the farm economy for the men-at-arm production. And he just needs men-at-arm and crossbows. Men-at-arm and crossbows is going to be able to help him defend for now. And as soon as he's able to get to that point in time where Louis needs to do his own farm transition, he's going to get a little bit more breathing room. And then he'll be fine. But the issue is he needs to get to that point, and to get to that point, he needs more military, and he doesn't have the production buildings that he needs in order to pump that military out right now.
Farms are set up. He's got walls down on the, I guess, southeast side. I feel like that attack bell has not stopped. That bell ringer is getting his workout in today as these raids have just keep coming. You see there's, I think, a knight there on the west side of GiveUA's base.
Yeah, I feel like there's just one guy dangling on the rope at that, under that bell and just ringing it nonstop. And the 5th relic has been collected. We got 1 sacred site, 5 relics, another sacred site coming in. That's 600 passive gold per minute just from the relics and the sacred sites. And now Louis is going to be pushing forward at the perfect timing for when his veterancy on the archers is going to complete in just like 2 more seconds.
Yep, Knight's going to be taking down that tower. Archer's moving up to push the villagers off.
There's nothing in the TC.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah,
nothing in the TC means that it doesn't shoot.
That's a free town center right there. Okay, so we've got the English defense has not really mounted much of a defense so far. He's about to have a lot of Roost units in his base. I think that's a siege
Getting more
workshop.
production buildings now, but that's just too late. I feel like he really just needed to make crossbows and men-at-arms right now, and the answer from him, making spears and more longbowmen, not adding any more production buildings, I feel like that's just going to cost him the game right there. I don't think he's going to have a way of pushing this army back from Louis. 11 knights? Once there are more knights than spearmen, I feel like you always need like 2.5 times the amount of spearmen compared to knights in order to take like convincing fights against them. But with this many archer spearmen isn't the answer, so you need the crossbows, and the crossbows need a meat shield with the men-at-arms. Now Louis is got to be pushing in, and yeah, there's got to be, to say it with Marine Lord's words, it's a destruction.
And there you go. Taps out. GiveUA wasn't able to put much of defense in this one. Lou takes game number 1 of this best of 5 and gets some points on the board there with his Rus.
Yeah, that was a rough one for GiveUA. I mean, it looked fine. It looked fine. Even after there were a ton of raids coming in, it still looked fine. With that 30C, I feel like GiveUA definitely could have come back. It wasn't like these just kind of macro kind of situations where you know that your opponent doesn't have any farms, so you know he's got to be out on the map somewhere with his villagers. And GiveUA just didn't scout for that boar. Which definitely could have netted him like 8 villager kills. That could have been a comeback for him if he just, even though the cast age was much quicker from Louis, if he just went for those villagers on the board. I mean, sure, we're the casters, we know we can see everything, but I feel like even as a player, you should realize that your opponent not having farms means that they gotta be out on the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is with that?
He just
what
thought
is
we
with
forgot.
That? We gotta ask Pasty about that later. But now we got a next game going on here right now. GiveUA against LoueMT with the French. So HRE versus French on Lipany. And we look at the map, and I'm just gonna say it. This could be a potential trading map.
Yep, it could be. And this is game number 2 here of this Elite Classic qualifier, and it's the best of 5. So one of these players very, very close to getting out to that main event there. And we've got an opening barracks from GiveUA. So we're about to see some early aggression. He's going to try to deny the gold, which is spawned towards the kind of backside of the French base.
GiveUA think he's playing as English here? What is good? What?
Now this is the GiveUA we know and love. Let's go. We've got some early spearmen going to try to probably hit that gold, but it's going to be dangerous there. He's to walk around the town center. He scouted it already. Well, he did. He see the gold?
He didn't see the gold. Oh no! Don't tell me he's going to go the opposite way with his units.
Oh no!
Can we see the waypoint that the man-at-arms has selected?
It looks like he's maybe going the right way.
Maybe. I mean, he definitely knows that's not going to be inside of the wood line. Oh no, he's going the wrong way.
Yeah, he sees it. He sees it. There's no gold there. He's going to go the other side. Yep, he's going around.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, but as you can see, he almost already has his gold to age up. So all he's going to do is stop the wheelbarrow and knights and stuff in the next stage.
Yeah, no early Knights, no early Wheelbarrow. Is that worth it though? GUA has not collected any gold so far. He's gonna need 200 gold collected in order to click up to the next stage. Yeah, this feels rough. Okay, Spearman is in position. Just gotta A move that bad boy. There we go. Oh, gotta be careful with
what
the TC.
is this? A Spearman? Okay, so he's able to start hitting these villagers.
There we go.
You gotta really watch him or he'll get pulled into the town center so easily.
You can just, yeah, he can just place him in the middle of that gold mine. He's not in range of the TC. He can just place him in the middle of the gold mine and then have him on stand ground, and he'll be fine. Oh, now he's gonna be in range. Maybe? Nope. All right, looking not bad. Okay. So there's not gonna be any early Knights, which means that, and yeah, Louis is switching over to a lot of wood, so he's gonna be going for fast archery range here in order to deal with that.
I mean, and for GUA, this was clearly his objective, right? To hit that, and so that has worked out. A little bit of a gamble, but he was able to get it and is able to secure that gold vein for now, and must be all part of his battle plan. I really like doing Dark Age spear openings with Abbasid a lot of times, and I'll just rush them down. They never expect it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either.
Yeah,
that would be rather
like I think it was a GUA game actually, where he was doing it on like the pit, like just opening it versus Mongols with Abbasid Spearmen, which is great because you can maybe get the Ubu. Okay, so
he's been 4 spears so far. It's such a big investment, but it's all gonna be.
He's tower rushing.
Yeah, there's a tower. What? What is he tower rushing? He's tower rushing the stone and maybe the deer.
Yep. So here we go.
Did GUA have Mongols in his Sith draft? Because if not, I feel like he's having Mongol withdrawal right now.
Okay, Archer's gonna be coming out. Looks like he actually did save his mining camp there. One thing to note, by the way, look where the deer are for the French. That tower is actually going to protect, or rather guard that deer if he can hold that spot, and maybe could force Louis to run out of food potentially in the long run as French really chew through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a nice outpost, especially since it blocks both the stone outcroppings here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a great tower placement, just general. Oh, but he might not get it up.
Archer in time. Yep, that's not
there you go.
That is not going to go up. Yeah, it has to cancel it. Was a good attempt, but not happening.
Okay, so the tower rush has been denied for GUA. He's going to go on home with the Spearman to fight another day. Well, maybe not. We'll see where they go. But GUA is aging up. He has his Aachen Chapel next to the wood line and is a drop-off point, so saves him a little bit rid of resources there. Not having to build a lumber camp. And there you have it.
And looks like he's going to go for potentially fast castle behind this. It feels like he's getting a lot of gold right now.
GUA?
Yeah, GUA is getting a lot of gold right now, and Louis is actually going for a second TC here behind this. I'm not sure. This is not a reaction. This is just an active second TC here from Louis, and I guess maybe he just wants it to have it up in order to protect his deer. Since he already saw that outpost, I guess he's thinking, okay, maybe my opponent wants to deny my food income, so he's going to go for that. But it feels like GUA right now, he's going to go for a fast cast stage play. At least that's what I'm guessing with how he still has 5 villagers on... Okay, I'm just saying it, that he still has 5 villagers on gold, and there he goes. Okay. Well, now I'm confused. What is he doing now? What is he doing with those vills? He's just going to go to wood now? What's he going to do with the gold? Is he going to get some eco upgrades?
We're about to find out. Only GUA knows. You can't predict what he's gonna do next.
I feel like at one point only God and GUA knew what GUA was about to do. I think right now only God knows.
Okay, so the stone has been gathered or almost done for a second TC for the French. We do have a stable being dropped in the backside. Did the scouts see that stable? It just ran by.
He saw that. He at least saw the foundation, so he knows that there's a stable coming out. And I mean, right now GUA is gathering a whole ton of wood, which I guess he needs because it feels like Weirdly enough, I feel like he had a chance to go for the deer, but now he's going to get to the point where he is not going to be in a position to gather from those deer anymore, and so he's going to need a farm transition. He's just going to skip the deer. He's going to go straight for farms.
Okay, so Knight's going to be looking for a raid there. Does Geo even... Where's his spearmen right now? They're all like out on the map. Does he have any at home defending?
Nope.
Oh, he didn't get it. He's going to fight him? Hold on a second.
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, what? What is this? What is going on?
Nonsense is what's going on. Spearmen are trying to deny the town center. But the archers are taking shots at spearmen. Meanwhile, I swear there's no spearmen back there, but those villagers were fighting that night. I saw. They're Chad villagers.
Yeah, that TC is going up. No doubt about it. But now, in theory, GUA could be on a timer here to take that down. If he's able to mass enough, he could be on a timer to take that down.
Did he switch everything to gold? Yeah, he did. Look at that. He just slapped
He's going back to
a ton of vills on gold.
I am at a loss for words right now when it comes to what GUA is doing. It's like he gathered 700 wood, then he was like, okay, I got 700 wood, now I'm gonna go to gold for question mark.
Guess that's one way to keep your enemy guessing. If you just like mass go for one resource at a time, they can't know exactly what you're doing. Guess they can look at the gold and see how much is gathered.
Hey, he's placed some farms. I mean, there's a strategy where when you don't know what you're doing, surely your opponent also won't know what you're doing, but I feel like that only works to a certain extent. And now Louis, over the next couple of minutes, he's gonna have a firm eco lead with that second TC on the deer.
Yeah, well, the Aachen farm certainly will be good. I mean, once you get that set up with HRE, I mean, that's just such a good source of food. You don't need to worry about going out and get the deer and possibly getting picked off by a knight. So maybe that's what he went for there. His nice, safe food. He's got spearmen back at home to defend. A few horsemen to go for raids, as it looks like he's getting ready to age up. Right now, 707 gold in the bank.
Yeah, it just feels like it wasn't the smoothest food transition there for him.
He's moved all of his villagers to gold in the wood and gold in the wood here. So, but he's back to wood.
I mean, I guess at least he's got wheelbarrow, so these like massive switches for his economy weren't too bad. But yeah, okay, now he's getting the deer as well, as he said. Huh.
Okay, so GOA's definitely looks like he's macroing towards the castle age since he does have the gold. But Louis gonna have significantly more villagers, as you can see right now, because he's on 2 town center. And a few knights just running around trying to raid. Looks like he's facing off a spearman back at the base. I'm looking at where the relics are spawned in case he goes to Red's Cathedral, and they're not particularly close. They're all like cross mid. It's gonna be a journey.
Okay, never mind. He does have a relic right next to his deer, so maybe if he just drops an outpost next to his deer, so he can just put a relic in there immediately as he goes up. But the window, I feel like there is no window anymore for GUA to age up before Louis. Just looking at the income right now, these villagers that are out on the deer, they're not inspired as well. Maybe GUA could have definitely gone for an additional prelate, especially considering how much gold he has right now. Can definitely still go for a prelate from your TC. It's worth it. When you're inspiring 8 villagers, it's worth the 20-second idle time on your TC to get out another prelate. That hasn't happened yet, and every single second here that GUA isn't active is going to hurt him. Because as I said, Louis right now, 13 villager advantage. And now the income is also looking better for Louis right now than it is for GUA.
Yep. So GUA's about to age up. I expect it's going to be the Aachen. Or not the Aachen, the
Regnitz?
The Regnitz, yes. One of those things. Oh, man. Okay, Louis starting to head out over across the map. He's got his knights and some archers, so going to maybe be able to push him off of those deer. He does have some spearmen to defend, but those archers not really. I guess 4 horsemen is probably not enough to deal with it.
Yeah, 4 horsemen definitely isn't enough to deal with 11 archers, especially with 7 knights that are there as well. Like the 7 knights, they could probably even. Oh no! Surround!
Oh man!
Ooh, it's a massacre.
What are the villagers doing? Oh, he hit
They're
take
going
shelter.
back to fight it. Wait.
He hit seek shelter, and they ran to the forward tower. Oh,
that is Yeah, that's classic Age of Empires 4 AI at its best.
Yep. I hate it when it happens.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean right now this is so weird. GA invested so much into Feudal Age, then I'm not sure what he was going for.
Yeah,
it just felt like the
1,000
macro
wood
was
in the
way off.
bank, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, not again.
I'm
not
sure
to
what
mention out
GA
of
was
all the
thinking here.
civs, like French are like you hit the next age and the French are like, cool, I got knights still.
Yeah, that's like the main issue with French. They already get their entire unit composition by the time when you reach Castle Age, and now knights are just in.
Yeah.
I mean, Louis must smell, like Louis is probably smelling right now. Oh, there's Castle Age coming in, and
I mean, I liked his opening. He had that like denial of the gold. It seemed so good. It seemed like he had like a plan at that point, but then, yeah, this middle stage has been really awkward. And now we got, wait, is there? Okay, I thought that was GUA's villagers for some reason. You never know.
He's pulling through.
Those villagers keep trying to seek shelter in the outpost.
He has 1,300 wood in the bank, but his Archon is like completely exposed, so he can't really make a decent farm transition. He's got villagers on berries right now in the back, and he keeps sending his villagers forwards with the return to work, and there we go.
Okay. That's basically 2 games that GUA really didn't put up much of a fight. I mean, he had the kind of Dark Age rush going on, but from there, it just didn't seem like a plan came together. So, Louis able to get to...
Yeah, game plan error there.
I mean...
You go ahead.
You go. I'll say Louis basically pretty much able to secure his 2-0 lead here quite easily. And this is a best of 5, so that's a good way to start a series. So
yeah,
GUA going to really need to do something here in this next one. But it was an interesting strategy. Just didn't seem like it paid off, or maybe it would have if he had more decisively got headed towards the Castle Age. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird middle. But anyways, he's going to cut us off. Here we go. Game number 3. This could be match point. Everything's on the line here. Whether it's channel points or it's these players' destiny here in the Elite Classic. LoueMT playing as the Mongols versus GiveUAnxiety's Abbasid Dynasty.
Indeed. Here we go. We're on Dry Arabia right now. And we see Market is in a okay position, not the best position, but it is a position in which you could trade. And as you said, we see GUA opening up with the barracks against the Mongols here. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of Dark Age fighting here going on.
I'm just saying, I think there are 1.5 million EGC points predicted in this game, which is crazy for a game that's been a series that's been one-sided, right? Louis has been dominating so far. We've got a lot of points on the line, so it's about to be a lot of either happy or poor viewers tonight.
I believe no matter the result, the viewers are going to be happy, because this game is going to be very interesting with Mongols. I feel like every game with Mongols can be extremely interesting or extremely boring.
Look, Spearman, I told you he'd do it.
Yeah, there they are. The question is, can he outmass Louis, though?
But look at where's the stone? Is it close enough to the town center? Where's the stone? I'll see if he can hit the ubu.
I don't think it's close enough. I think he might be able to deny the stone and the gold as well.
Here we go. All those points you predicted.
Oh, never mind. It's in range. Not quite. But the gold isn't.
Oh, it's running straight at the town center. But okay, there's 2 spearmen here. But at least stops them from like harassing you. They gotta chase the spearmen around. But the charge really changed how this matchup goes, because now they can actually catch up to you when you're running.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not. Yeah, they're just outside of the charge range. Okay, so it's about to be a spearman off here. Wolf getting in on the action.
GUA already has like 4 spears out compared to the 2 from Louis, and Louis doesn't have an additional spearman in queue. I mean, if GUA just rallies forward right now, he can definitely deny the gold, and Louis is on gold right now. It looks like Louis realizes that GUA just invested a ton into spearmen at this early stage of the game. So now he's just going to go for Feudal Age, which is 100% the correct call. Like, you see that your opponent invested a lot into Feudal Age. He made his barracks, he invested into spears. Like, what have you invested into spears? You've invested like half the amount into spears, because half your spears are basically free with the stone from the Uvu. So you're completely fine here as the Mongols, just making your 4 spearmen, and then after that, you're looking to go up to the next stage. And I mean, one of the spearmen was already low from GiveUA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not really getting a whole lot of value here. He knows where those spearmen are. He's just staying close to him with the Khan. Not going to let him out of sight. Sometimes it's a surprise, but as I even mentioned before this matchup, if you've watched GiveUA enough, like, this is a common thing he does for the opening, so Louis must have been prepared for this. And whoa, the Khan went down. There we have it. The game decided.
GG.
The Khan is dead. You don't see that very often here, but here we
Louis
go.
also being a nice guy here. He's moved the sheep towards the base of GiveUA instead of away. So
a nice guy. He's abusing the filthy, nasty trade. Look at this. Oh. I don't know.
This wouldn't be happening if you had to conquer his cup, but no, this is...
Yeah.
This is going to be trade,
No, this is
dude.
why I put all my pixel points on GiveUA, because I just can't financially back someone who's going to abuse trade on this level.
You say that now and before we're going to be seeing trade rank from GiveUA.
Trade wing. Okay, so GiveUA killed the Khan, has all the momentum in the world, spreading the deer out, and now advances with his spearmen, as he will be advancing in this round when he certainly takes the victory.
Now he knows that it's going to be trade coming in. Oh, that TC is just tile inside. I mean, in theory, if GiveUA goes up to the next age, he's getting military wing. If he upgrades the phalanx on his spearmen, the spears are actually going to be able to attack the Uwu without actually being in range of the TC, because the torch damage also gets a range increase with that.
Sadly, GiveUA is aging up with the military wing instead of the trade wing here, but it's probably the right call. There's the gold, which he could have actually harassed a little bit earlier. Well, he was just running back from the spearmen. He looks like he's right now just, he likes to come out here and spread the deer all out. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, being a little bit annoying there.
Looking for the trade. Where's the trade route for...
I mean, he knows where the markets are, so he knows where trade potentially will be.
Yep, he's looking for it. There's that trade. He could go to his enemy's trade. Like, he just could go straight across. That's what's so annoying.
Louis also going for the market next to the neutral market, so he's gonna get that first route at a reduced duration until the trader reaches his own market. So that's gonna be really, really rough. Okay, so I mean the spearmen are there though.
Did you see it?
And they're gonna see it. He must see it. Come on. I believe. No,
maybe,
he's just
maybe
passing.
he's gonna harass the gold one more time and then come back.
I mean, the scout sees it.
Yeah, he knows it's. I think he knows it's there. Spearman running in.
Oh, it's been built. It's been built. Now you can't take it down. There are 4 archers right now for Louis.
Okay, so this is interesting, folks. Everyone's sitting on the edge of their chair. They're like calling their bank, checking their line of credit, because this game can go any way.
I think Louis is not going to make a single trader here. I think it's all a mind game. Actually, no, he's making another market.
Berries are going to be
I thought he might be going for mind games here, but no, he's actually going to trade. Okay, because in theory, what I've seen a lot of players do is they just make the silver tree, just let it stand there, and then they go and do completely other stuff unrelated to it. Just mass units.
Okay, here come the archers. Spearman going to face off with them, but more archers will cause problems for the spearmen. And we got a little bit of raids going on right now for LoueMT back in GiveUA's base. As his spearmen are out to play, the Mongols have come over to say hello.
There's only 2 archers. In theory, GiveUA could have fought that with the archers that he gets for free from the military wing. Now Golden Age also comes into play. Loses 1, loses 2 spearmen there to the town center fire. Got his archers now forward as well, but this is not the best.
It just
spot
doesn't
right
seem
now
like
for
the spearmen really gained a ton of value. He lost a lot of them. They didn't really kill any villagers. Maybe distracted Louis, make him change his plans a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Look at that destruction value. Okay, LoueMT still is in GiveUA's base, causing problems. Looks like he's trying to get enough archers to take him. Oh, they get in range of the town center. Could the Khan go down again?
Oh,
no.
Maybe. Another archer goes down.
Just barely.
It's all the archer. Never mind, there's 4 more archers.
All the spearmen have just about died here. The market has been moved towards the middle, or I guess across the other side. He's going to run between those two. That's what he's doing. Okay, so a wild start here for game number 3 of this best of 5 match point. Oh, I think he wants to move that across the map now that he has his market. There we go.
Yep.
So now let the big trade begin. That thing's got 102 gold.
That's not bad. That's not bad considering that the market isn't in an ideal position, the neutral one that is. And he's also placed his market in a way that the trade is going to be running directly through his base. So it's going to be relatively safe.
Yeah, that helps a little bit with defending it. Drop it down a tower towards the front. Khan has been killed again. That's twice.
That's 2 times GG over right now.
Yeah, basically it's 2-2 right now. Okay, there's the first trader. He sees it. Can he stop it from making its trip will be the question. That tower.
Unlike, he could hit the
villager.
boar.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, the boar pool, where is it? It's not going to do it.
Like the last archer there could hit the boar and force GeoA away, but not happening there.
Forces have come back, so now GeoA needs to get out of there. But this is going to probably not be a very favorable trade, as the trader also is going to be completing its route.
Does GeoA have bootcamp yet? Do these archers have bonus HP?
Don't know.
I think he might not. I think he might not have it because I think from the timing here, Louis attacked him just on the gold at the time where he needed it. Yeah. Bootcamp has not been researched yet. That's pretty big.
And it forced him to build that tower, which has cost him time not only in building it but gathering those resources. And now he's getting back to gold. But this is where he's now in problem because Mongol has the military control of this kind of at the front of his base for right now, and he's able to get these trades off. But here comes some more archers from back at home. We spoke too soon.
Archers and spearmen, but Louis right now, he's building a bigger mass than GeoA, and he's always going to have the benefit in his own base, where he's just got the reinforcements closer at home.
Okay, so
it looks...
The chase is underway. GeoA trying to gather his troops. There we go. This could be a big fight. Is he going to turn around and take that? Doesn't look like he's going to.
It's just researching bootcamp. He has to wait until that comes through before he takes any big fights. I mean, it looks like it's going to be horseman archers versus spearman archers. And if it really comes to like big fights, GeoA is going to be in a good position as long as he keeps up with the archer numbers and if he focuses the opponent's archers with his own archers.
This is going to completely change in the next season when the traders will no longer be able to do this trade trick where that first trip's essentially giving them like 100 gold right now. That will not be the case anymore. So that's going to be really interesting to see how this meta changes. But for now, it's still just such a strong strategy.
Yeah, and I mean the economy is just gonna boom behind you for LoueMT. We see him already on 44 economic units, so the traders do count towards that. When Mongols have more eco units than a Basset, then you're... Ooh, maybe? Oh, no.
So many archers.
Yeah, that's a lot of archers. I mean, we do have bootcamp, but is bootcamp going to be enough in order to win this for GeoA? I am doubtful.
Fighting here in the trees. Yeah, this is an awkward fight. Looks like Louis going to be probably winning this engagement, and that's probably going to be it as far as the series is concerned, because that's just a big cleanup. The trade is going on uncontested, and now he doesn't have the military advantage to take this. And so it's going to look like it's really going to be moving towards for Louis to advance and me losing all of my EGC points.
I mean, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Certainly when it comes to EGC TV bets, you can't win them all.
It was quite a gamble betting on, a guy who's down 2-0. But
we always love to cheer for the underdog.
Just let the record show that I believed.
True. Let the record show that Fitzbro believed on the day when no one else did.
Who was the one who put in 100K?
Oh man, this is rough.
Oh, villagers! In quite some trouble here. Okay.
Oh no, he pulled him back late.
So from this point, I mean, yeah, I just the goal. You just can't stop this. I don't know how you could come back. Lou would have to just throw all of his troops away somehow here at this point. But GiveUA is going to play this out. Of course, it is a tournament. It's quite common to see this. So.
Yeah, he is not gonna just give this up, and now we see more and more upgrades coming in for Louis as well. He already got +1 Pierce damage upgrade. GiveUAnxiety got the +1 armor, but +1 armor also coming in for Louis. Meanwhile, GiveUA, he doesn't have any gold income right now, so he's not getting any more upgrades anytime soon, and he really needs them right now. He really, really does. And yeah, this the next fight is gonna mean a lot here between GiveUA and Louis, but the archer mass is just so big for Louis, and with this upgrade it's going to be coming in the next 10-15 seconds. Yeah, he's even surrounding him. There's so many horsemen here right now. It's going to be really hard to micro down the spears. Never mind, Khan went down. Maybe it is GG after all.
The Khan died.
Doesn't look like it.
The Khan has died a lot this game. Although, I really thought the early stages of this game were looking pretty good for GiveUA. He was able to take off that at Khan. He was able to get there between the trade. It was looking like maybe he was going to stop that silver tree from getting placed down. But basically just the splitting up of the troops. Basically Louis went for a raid himself, kind of stopped GiveUA with his military pressure.
Yeah. There's so many outposts now as well. These horsemen are going to have the Yammer buff, so they're going to be really, really fast. They're going to be moving at the cap movement speed of 2 tiles per second, and it's going to be really, really easy to navigate with them and catch units off guard. And it means that GiveUA always needs to have his troops by his side. And behind this, Louis is just going to be able to macro up easily with the trade to Castle Age. Look at that. He's already got the resource that he needs, pretty much.
Yep. You can even buy it. Yeah, he just did.
There you go.
Okay, heading up to the next age. Maybe GiveUA can stop the villagers. Where are they building that thing? Probably in a nice safe spot, I'd imagine. Oh.
Archer count at least is even. But the upgrades just aren't there. He's still missing the Pierce damage.
How many traders
upgrade.
are there right now?
I'm guessing.
Makes me sick.
I'm guessing it's 17 traders right now. Can we take a look at the marker at the top and see how many traders exactly there are right now for Louis? The other one?
15.
Yeah, 15. Close.
Oh well, it'll be over soon. The trade
surely it'll be over.
We got another month of trading, I guess.
Just kidding, trade is still gonna be good.
Okay, so this is it. GiveUA, he's sending the boys in. He's trying to do something. Taking out traders with all these archers. Those donkeys aren't going nowhere. But here comes the Kurultai. Yep, he's going to hand out some buffs. But look at that. One trader down, two trader down. He's taking them out, stopping that trade in its path.
Yep.
But the spearman count.
Kurultai deploys. And now it's going to be rough. This is going to be rough.
GiveUA.
Khan went down again, 4th time.
All things considered, he had a good fight here. This kid's got spirit.
He did well. That's where bootcamp really pays off.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as he took those early fights as well with his entire military, not just split up groups.
He's wrecked the trade. Maybe a little too late, but he's still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the archers right now, they're at the point as well where it's like critical mass, so they still one-shot each other. The spearmen are falling, though.
Yeah, that's the harder thing here. It was a good fight.
Maybe just focus on the traders. Yeah, it wasn't a bad fight. Like, the delay was definitely there. If only the macro was there behind it as well for him to age up behind this, but it's not, and that's just where the traders are so good. And here we go. GiveUA calls it. Louis coming in with the 3-0 against GiveUA. Yep. That was a clean set. And this is what I talked about at the beginning. GiveUA, every time he plays, not GiveUA, but Louis, every time we see Louis play, it's clean. There's like very little mistakes. The build orders that he plays, he executes them perfectly. He always has a really good game plan. It never feels like he's doubting what he's going for. It always feels like he knows what to go for at the right time. And yeah, just very deserved victory from him. I mean, to be fair, it would also be a shame to see like the Elite Classic without players like Louis.
I mean, I don't know what happened. I think the prediction, there was like a bug or something, and I think it's just going to get wiped out. I mean, everyone will just get their points back or something. I don't